All right, before we get to the weather, real quickly, the Calais District Court is closed today. We haven't been told why. It's scheduled to be back open again tomorrow, though. So there you go. Nothing going on at Calais District Court today. All right, weather time. Mike, what you got?
Oh, I think that as we get into the start of the new year, we're going to start off with some rain, which we haven't seen much of this year. We've got precip deficits across the board. From Bangor, anything within a couple inches I still think is pretty close to normal. Bangor, close to an inch with a deficit, close to 3 inches of a deficit in Portland. Augusta, though, is the big one here with over 6 inches of precip deficit. Of course, we had a very wet end to the year. From July onward, things were pretty wet. We still have a drought ongoing across northwestern Maine, though, but I do think that as we get into spring and we keep the northwest wind this winter, that will help to improve the situation there. Plus, we do have a little bit more moisture in the forecast, especially for the upcoming weekend. We'll talk about all that in just a second. Snow so far this season still running below average just about everywhere. Been a relatively slow start. Average snowfall by date is a little misleading, of course, because one big storm can put you above average. But in general, I think it helps to tell the story of the season we've had so far. Current temperatures outside down into the 20s, down east 20 in Calais, 20 in Bar Harbor, 25 in Bangor right now, 30 in Portland, 27 in Lewiston. Likely going to be dealing with some slick spots on the roads this morning, especially elevated surfaces like bridges. Warm front is draped somewhere across New Jersey or Long Island, New York. South of that, take a look at these temperatures. Norfolk, Virginia, 62. Raleigh, North Carolina, 65. Nashville, Tennessee, 57 degrees. So a lot of warmth across the mid-Atlantic and southeastern U.S. right now. Locally, the radar is nice and quiet. There are some flurries across Coos County, New Hampshire, and western Maine. Not a huge issue. I don't think we see any impacts from those. We enjoy partly sunny skies later on today. By 9 or 10 o'clock this morning, a lot of us will see sunshine, and this will help to warm temperatures up. Slick spots on the roads won't be an issue anymore, and it will likely help to melt any of the stubborn ice or snow that is left on roads and parking lots. 3 o'clock today, clouds start to thicken back up out ahead of our weak system tomorrow. Temperatures tonight can't fall back as much due to the increased cloud cover, expecting most of us to be in the 20s, maybe even some 30s as early as 5 o'clock tomorrow. Relatively dry through the day tomorrow, just a couple of showers and maybe a little bit of drizzle. I do want to mention again, since temperatures, especially down east, will be below freezing, if there is any drizzle, it could be freezing drizzle and cause some local icing. Otherwise, though, this looks to be a mostly rain event and then mixed across northern Maine. We shift our focus on Friday to two things. This area of low pressure near the Great Lakes, this one over the Four Corners region of the United States. They interact with each other. We end up on the mild side of things for Saturday. Warmer air moves in, so we've got a lot of rain to talk about for Saturday into Sunday. Cold front comes through on Sunday, but cold air chasing moisture never results in much snow, or rarely does, if it ever does. And I don't know exactly how Sunday's going to play out right now, but I'm anticipating things to be fairly dry with maybe just a few snow showers around. No big snow in the forecast this weekend, though. Seas 1 to 2 feet today, north wind 5 to 10 knots, becoming west later on. Late mix and rain showers inland tomorrow. Clearing Friday. New Year's Eve looks good. Rain and maybe some mixing inland likely on Saturday. I think it'll be just rain at the coast, and a lot of this moves in a little later in the day with some rain showers lingering into Sunday. Behind this system, we get a cold blast, one of the colder stretches that we've had so far this season. Sam, Sharon, this cold weather does not look to stick around long. The pattern is going to remain fast, so we don't have any big, long durations of either cold or warm days. Kind of just normal.
Okay.
I'll
All right.
take that.
Fair enough.
Thanks, Mike.